A deer of 9 colors. Near the Ganges lived a deer. Its fur had 9 colors, and its antlers were as white as snow. The 9-colored deer ate grass and drank water by the river. Its good friend was a crow.
Ah, good morning, my friend.
Good morning, my friend.
One day, a woodcutter fell into the river. It was bobbing in and out of the water.
God, please help me!
Hearing this, the 9-colored deer ran to the river and jumped into the river, ignoring the danger.
Get on my back quickly. Hang on to my antlers with both hands.
The 9-colored deer rescued the man, carrying him ashore. The man walked 3 times around the 9-colored deer, knelt down on the ground and bowed repeatedly.
Good Samaritan, you saved my life. Let me stay here. I can cut grass and serve water to you every day.
The reason why I saved you is not to ask for gratitude or ask you to do anything for me. You may go, as long as you don't tell anyone I live here.
Surely, certainly, I will never tell anyone.
The woodcutter said that and left. Then the 9-colored deer jumped back into the woods. One night, the queen of the kingdom had a strange dream. She saw a deer with 9-colored fur and snow-white antlers.
Your Majesty, I want a 9-colored deer to use this fur to make a cushion. Please find it for me. Otherwise, I'll die.
To please the queen, the king gathered the people of the kingdom.
Whoever finds the 9-colored deer, I will give half of the kingdom, and I will reward this person with a gold bowl full of silver and a silver bowl full of gold.
But no one had ever seen the 9-colored deer, and no one knew where it was. Only one person, the man saved by the 9-colored deer, knew.
That's great. I will be rich, and I can have half of the kingdom.
The woodcutter went to the palace and reported to the king.
I know where the 9-colored deer is. Please ask your troops to follow me to catch it.
The king was very glad to hear this. He got into his carriage, gathered his troops, and followed the man to the river. At that time, the 9-colored deer was dozing on the ground, and its good friend, the crow, was standing on a branch. The crow saw a troop of soldiers coming from a distance. The crow quickly flew to the head of the 9-colored deer.
Run! Run! A troop of soldiers are coming! I'm afraid they're coming for you!
The 9-colored deer stood up and ran. But it was too late. She was surrounded by the king's troops. The soldiers drew their arrows and were ready to shoot the 9-colored deer.
Stop! Take me to the king. I have something to tell him. My king, who told you I was here?
It was him.
It was him. I saved him from the Ganges in spite of danger. He promised not to tell anyone that I lived here.
After hearing what the 9-colored deer said, the king was very angry.
The 9-colored deer saved you, but you want to hurt it. Why?
The king immediately ordered his soldiers to make way for the 9-colored deer and let it go. And he gave an order.
From now on, no one is allowed to catch the 9-colored deer.
And what about the woodcutter? He didn't get silver in a gold bowl, gold in a silver bowl, or half of the kingdom. The king asked the soldiers to tie him up and throw him into the Ganges.